This is hip mobility stretches level 1. There are 3 stretches we're going to do, and these are really basics just to start with, pretty low level. That way anybody can really start off with this. The first one is going to be a crossover glute stretch. You're going to be stretching this area in your hip. So you get, as you lay down on your back, knees bent in a relaxed position, go ahead and cross that ankle over. With the opposite hand, she's going to grab her kneecap, just like so, and she's just going to simply gently pull in. It should be stretching this area. Some of the mistakes that people make is that they try to pull straight to their chest, and although that's a good stretch, this is not necessarily the intention of this one. The other mistake what people make is as they pull across, they just start stretching their back. Again, not a bad thing, but for intensive purposes, we're really trying to get these glutes loosened up. And so the way you can stretch it is that as you pull in, you want to pull in for about 5 seconds or so. Some people don't really tolerate holding this for a full minute. So we'll just do 5 seconds at a time, take a little bit of a break, and then repeat, just like so. So that's your crossover glute stretch. The next one is going to be when you're laying down on your side. So go and lay down on your side. Lay down on your side, relax the shoulders, have the knees bent. The first one, so this one's going to be intended for this part of the back because this tends to affect the hip. So you're going to simply straighten that leg out, just like so. And you want to just let your hip drop. You want to feel that pull, okay? And then from this position, you simply just take a few deep breaths. That's going to help loosen that muscle up. Don't try to guard too much. If it's too much, you can do the same thing. So let's say you start from here. You do the exact same thing. You just keep the knee bent and just let that sit and bring that leg straight back. That'll naturally pull up the hip. Again, same concept, nice deep breaths. So that is a QL stretch, or quadratus lumborum, which connects from the ribs down to the hip. The third stretch is going to be here at a chair. So she's going to sit at the edge of the chair, sit up nice and tall, feet flat on the ground, okay? And this one's a little bit back. So she's going to straighten this leg out. And this is intended for the back of the thigh and the hamstrings, okay? So she sits up nice and tall, places her hand on her thigh, and then simply leans forward. Notice she didn't curve down and curl her head. That tends to be a little too aggressive. You want to keep yourself up nice and tall, lean forward through the chest. As you go forward, you'll start to feel the pull on the back of the thigh right here, right through the hamstrings. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more, what you can simply do is just get your leg out to the side, point the toes out, sit up nice and tall, and then do the same thing. Lean forward, and you start to get the inner thigh. The big thing is that when you're stretching this, you don't want to aggressively point the toes up. That tends to be a little bit too aggressive, especially at this level. So for this intensive purposes, this is where we're going to be right here. So those are the 3 stretches for hip mobility level 1.